Hi, my name is Kevin Birmingham, and I manage the Journey Neighborhood Center. The Journey is a storefront outreach into one of the more challenged communities in Brampton, Ontario. The video that you are about to watch is part of a series called Unsung Heroes. Do you find it difficult to have someone serve you? I don't mean those times and places where service is expected, like a restaurant. Could you imagine what would happen if you went into a restaurant, walked past the host and into the kitchen and started to prepare your own meal? I'm talking about those occasions when being served is not expected, those times when you are asked and you can receive or decline that service. Can I carry that for you? Oh, no, I got it. Or, can I get you something to drink? Oh, no, I'm not thirsty. Or, are you okay? Can I do something for you? No, I'm fine, just allergies. To overly simplify things, there are basically two kinds of service, professional and voluntary. Professional service comes in many forms: food service, medical, personal support. But there is also the everyday voluntary service that comes from a friend, a family member, neighbor, or a stranger. It is easy, or at least easier, to accept professional service. After all, that is why the person is working. And in many cases, the practicalities of that service require a certain level of expertise. I'm not sure I would want someone with no medical training providing me with medical care. It isn't always easy to accept service that is voluntary or optional, or even more so, sacrificial. When you know that it has cost that person something: time, money, energy, humility. To be served is a humbling experience, and a lot of us don't do humble well. The people who serve us deserve to have their praises sung. To serve is not easy. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are difficult to serve. Some people have unattainable expectations or a sense of entitlement that can be just plain nasty. Serving people like that can be soul-sucking. In my first video in this series, I talked about a couple of Jesus' disciples wanting places of honor. Well, that wasn't the only time honor and greatness came up. Another time, Jesus' disciples got into an argument about who amongst them was the greatest. Part of Jesus' reply was to say simply, "The greatest among you will be your servant." It takes two to serve: the server and the recipient. When Jesus started washing his disciples' feet, Peter objected. I think he found it hard to accept that his teacher and mentor, the person who he had declared was the Messiah, is down on his knees washing his feet. After all, if the leader was washing feet, what should Peter be doing? So, do you make it difficult for people who serve you? When I worked for Canadian Baptist Ministries, I traveled to many impoverished places in the world. I would arrive in some remote village and a feast would be laid out for me as an honored guest. I knew that the food they were placing before me was a significant sacrifice. But I also knew that to refuse their hospitality would have been a grave insult. So I ate and I smiled and I thanked them because they wanted to do that for me. It was a very humbling experience. So part of how you can sing the praises of those serving you is by appreciatively accepting their service. Accepting that service with grace, humility, and thankfulness. And remember, many of the people who serve are humble and find their fulfillment in serving. They don't necessarily want effusive praise. They just want to know that their service was appreciated.